The same listener has a second question. He says, why is it that history does not record the facts of the life of Jesus Christ? Josephus makes mention of him, but very brief. Why is this?
Well, we have also a mention by a Roman historian, Suetonius, concerning him. I think that there are several reasons for that. To begin with, there was no great historian who wrote in that day, who passed through that country, who had any first-hand information, and whose writings have been preserved. Actually, the fact of the matter is, there are many facts that we accept today in history that have practically no support except that of hearsay and gossip as far as history is concerned. So much so that a great many so-called assured and established facts of history have to be changed. For years it was thought that the city of Troy was a fabled city, that it had no existence. That is, the Troy of Homer. Well, they found out today in excavating the ancient ruins of Troy, they've gone down, I think there are in all 15 cities that have been there. Well, one of these is the city of Homer's Troy. And it's there, and these events that Homer records actually are historical events with a great deal of fable woven into them. So that here was something that was rejected because there was not any historical record made. You'd think of such an important event as the destruction of Troy that you'd have something in the way of history, and yet nothing recorded. Now that's true of many, and it's not a strange thing. And after all, what do you have in Matthew, Mark, and Luke, and John but a historical record? Those were records brought together and put in and included in the Word of God. And just think of the statements of church fathers that in the first century that did not see Jesus, but they knew the apostles, were instructed by the apostles, and many of these have written of him. Of course, that is as close as you get to many historical facts today. So when you begin to investigate, there's a great deal more that's been recorded than we realize.